Hi friends, my name is Susan Hamilton. I'm the Chief Executive Officer at Offbeat Business Media. We're located inside the Camera Ready Studios over here off of Proton Drive. And I wanted to talk to you just a few moments about the difference between using social media and having a social presence. So when I started out in marketing, it was during the early years, and people were beginning to understand that through this WordPress thing, we were able to build websites, but then we were also able to manipulate search engines with content that would allow them to be discovered. So during those early years, when I came on the scene, keywords were the thing. When I came on the scene, we were having to understand, to do a good job in this space, exactly what the consumer needed and exactly what the business was trying to say, because it wasn't just enough to sell a website. We had to sell a website that got found. Now, there have been several changes over the years, but we learned a lot during the early years of marketing by paying attention and doing reporting that other companies our size were not doing. And while everyone was saying we had to niche, we said no. We came from a small local family business, and we wanted to make sure that we took this great big understanding we had of the internet and of how to manage content and use it for any size business, because we were growing, and quite frankly, we couldn't send anything away. I know you don't know what that's like, right? You know, when we're growing our businesses, we all go through that. One of the things that I learned, and I taught people while we were managing their content, see, there were 3 different ways that they could use content with us. We would actually provide the content and regular reporting that would give us room to educate our consumer, educate our website purchaser, to know that when we said it was time to pivot, they would trust our opinion. So we offered regular reporting on that. Or we would, and that was when we would write the content. Or we would teach them how to do it. And then, of course, there was this third option where we would just design the website and walk away, and they would deal with this whole content thing themselves, which never happened. People have never wanted to deal with their own content. It's not new. Selling content's been the hardest thing that's ever been done in marketing before, because people don't really understand what on earth it means. What, we've got to feed search engines? We've got to feed them? Well, think about this. All the information out there is available in this great big pool, and they have to understand what they have to what they pull out. So all they really need to know, all Google, all Facebook, all any search algorithms really need to know, is the name of your company, the location of your company, and the behavior of the people that come to your site. It's really that simple. And they find out that behavior through 60% of the SEO, which is directly related to your content and your social media, because that helps them track behavior. What are people listening to? What are people reading? What are people paying attention to? Well, that's how search engines know. You know, I get that that's important from a very core level, but I got to tell you, it's 2018, friends, and the things that I'm seeing out there today in the marketplace are pretty doggone similar to the stuff that we were teaching in 2006. And I say that's a problem because I'm still talking to business owners today that are struggling with the very same things they did then. Well, if it works so doggone great, what's happening here? Yes, there's a zillion different nuances for how to do it perfect. I get that. The point is, have we thrown out the baby with the bathwater? Because a lot of time, it takes so much time to manage the digital media space, digital marketing space, that there has been a serious drop-off at events. Who has time for that? There's a serious drop-off with networking. Well, friends, networking, events, that kind of face-to-face interaction, that kind of understanding that what the relationship factor behind a strong and successful referral pipeline is always going to matter so much more than any numbers that you're going to have. It's an important understanding, because numbers, I've heard people actually say this, that they believe stats don't lie. Got news for you. I've had several people that have wanted to tell me, we can do this, that, and the other, but I'm going to tell you, it's a little gray about how we do it. And we say no. What good is that? I would rather you have 3 great people following you and paying you, and you making money off of that, that makes up the money you've already been spending, than I would for you to have a zillion followers and never make a dime, but you spend all your time playing their games. It's about time we started paying attention to how we're approaching the marketplace and get very, very strong and be okay with bucking the system. You have to be, friends. If you've seen my About page, you realize that I have been known as a marketing rebel for a very, very long time. I don't believe in doing things the way everyone else does it because I think it makes no sense to be different by being just like everyone else. To me, that's a 7th grade approach, all right? When we could do better in the marketplace. That's why it's so fun to be able to reach out to people directly through the app. Now, you'll recognize that we are on social media, and I want you to engage with us, and I want to know where to find you. So make sure in your membership directory that, yes, you have your social media filled out so that people can find you there, because we've been spending since 2006 teaching people that is social proof that you exist. People do want to research you. They do need to find you when they're there, and they need to know that you're not a dinosaur, that you are paying attention to what's going on around you. But friends, social media is not a marketing tool for anybody more than the large data machines. You understand that all they're doing is taking all the data that your circles offer them, and they sell it to larger interests who can afford to master the narrative. You know that, but you don't have to play that game anymore. It is important to be there. It is important to leverage that for yourself, but it's not a marketing tool. It's a listening tool. And there's some interesting conversation that we've been having on the OBBM Network podcast. Go back and look up Java with Joe when he talked with Harrison Blum of Social Revolt. Harrison Blum of Social Revolt, excuse me. Fabulous job discussing this and how important it is to pay attention to the marketplace. But people who are really making money aren't just using social media, and there are better ways to approach it. Content is hugely important for 2 reasons. There's really only 2 customers you're ever going to have. You're going to have one customer that is a tire kicker, wants it cheap, wants it fast. But you're going to have another customer out there, if you're wise, you'll pay attention to the one who really wants your expertise, your experience, your license, the fact that you've done what it takes to be a responsible business owner, and that there's credibility, and those people are looking for people that can offer that level of service, and they've got the money to pay for it. But the only way to attract that guy is to make sure you're answering the questions of the first one. It all works together. Content is a beautiful thing because it helps educate the marketplace, it helps educate the consumer, it helps educate your strategic alliances with how things get done effectively in your business. What makes you shine, friends? It certainly matters. I hope that was important to you and interesting to you, and I hope you explore that, but I really hope you do not forget to, yes, put your social media contact information inside your membership profile, and make sure that we share each other's information on social. Make sure you're hooked up with us, friends. We've got 2 different Facebook pages. You can find Offbeat Business Media. You can also find the Offbeat Business Show on Facebook and on LinkedIn and on Twitter and on Instagram, where we're the most active. By all means, connect with us. But remember, friends, that's not making you money. What's making you money is the stuff that is fabulous about you, getting shined up to the people that can refer business to you. That is smart business. Until next time, Susan Hamilton, Offbeat Business Media.